What's going on, boxing fans, Inoue fans? I'm here to explain to y'all today why Naoya, the monster Inoue, is the best boxer in the game today. Gonna do a little film breakdown, a little, give you guys the reasons why I think he's the best boxer in the sport today. I got 8 categories for him, and I figured I'd do the film breakdown of Inoue to explain why I think he's the best boxer in the sport today, with no other than his fight against cool boy Stephen Fulton. This is by far my favorite Inoue fight of his boxing career. I've seen them all, but the domination, the obliteration, the masterpiece. Bless you, my dog, who just sneezed in the background trying to video bomb my shit. But the obliteration, the domination, the masterpiece, the master class. Even my dog agrees right now. I'm talking that shit. Yeah, I know. Inoue's the GOAT right now. I know. She can't get enough right now. I know. But the masterpiece, the master class, Inoue is it, man. And I gotta reiterate, after I made my first video on YouTube with boxing yesterday ever, talking about how, the Inoue haters, they irked me, like, when it comes to Inoue, I've noticed, before I start this video, I just gotta get this off my chest, man. But when it comes to Inoue though, I've noticed that there's a lot of hypocrites that are hypocritical towards Inoue when they talk about him. Oh, he don't fight nobody. And that's the main one right there. He don't fight nobody, which is the dumbest thing I've ever heard when it comes to regarding Naoya Inoue. The same things y'all say about Inoue, the hypocrites I'm talking about, he should be applauded for, because, like I said, he came into 122 and faced the fire. I don't know if you can see it in the bottom left. I got the little fire going, you know what I'm saying? But anyway, he came into 122 and faced the fire, man. He went after Cool Boy, who was talking all that shit leading up to the fight. Y'all remember Inoue fans, that shit Inoue and his fan base was talking, who got humbled. But y'all say Inoue don't fight anybody. The hypocrites, Inoue, I'm talking about. But how is that so? Inoue is fighting the champ, the head honcho of the division. He's already beat the top 5 people in the division, Neri, Tapalis. But the same fans that are saying Inoue's not fighting anybody, and I've peeped who they are. It's mainly Tank fans, and it's mainly I'm starting to notice Shakur fans talking a little spicy lately, but Tank fans, he's not fighting, well, other than Frank Martin, but he's not fighting, this is the equivalent of Tank fighting Keyshawn right now, Tank fighting Shakur right now, Tank fighting Lomachenko right now. This is what Inoue just did in this fight. He fought those caliber of fighters in this fight and dominated him. Shakur, I see Shakur fans saying Inoue ain't fought nobody. Shakur deserves to be on the pound for pound list, which I do agree. I mean, he has talent, pound for pound talent, but he ain't fought nobody at 135 for me to justify that, of him being in the pound for pound rankings. He hasn't fought a top 5 fighter in the 135 division. He hasn't fought Lomachenko, and I know if Shakur fans try to talk crazy if they see this video eventually. Oh, he's getting ducked. I don't want to hear that, man. You got Russell calling him out, Gary Antoine Russell calling him out, but now all of a sudden it's if the money's right. I don't want to hear it, man. Keep that same energy you had for Floyd, Schofield, and these other boxers that you're quick to get in the ring with. Fight Russell, no matter the amount of the money. Haney went overseas to fight Kambosos as the B-side, and now, before he fought Ryan, I mean, I'm not gonna lie, Haney, he was up there, his clout was getting up there with Tanks, man, before he got slaughtered by Ryan Garcia. So I'm just saying, man, the same things y'all criticize Inoue for, which he deserves no criticism whatsoever. look in the mirror at Shakur and Tank and see what they doing before y'all talk about the best boxer in the game today. But anyway, back to why I think Inoue is the best boxer in the game today. I got 8 categories I'm gonna break down as we go through the fight. Let's see what's up. Look at that boy floating, looking at Inoue like he about to. Okay, all right. We're gonna see how that face look at the round 1 when he realized the monster ain't nothing to play with. Yes, sir. Come on, come on. I done seen this fight like 1,000 times, y'all. I love this fight. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Inoue feeling them out. Inoue feeling them out. First attribute, defense. Defense. Yes, sir. Now, Inoue haters might also say, he got knocked down, he got dropped by Neri. Damn all that. What did he do after, what did Neri do to Inoue after he did that? He didn't even land 3 punches in that fight, the rest of the fight. Back to the defense point, the attribute for Inoue. When he's locked in, when he's taking a fighter seriously, because I don't think he was taking Neri seriously in that first round. When he's locked, he knows this is a real deal opponent right here. When he's locked in defensively against a, at the time people thought was an elite opponent, Inoue, his defense is up there with the best of them in the sport today. Look at it. Look at it. Feeling them out, feeling them out, feeling them out, feeling them out. Feeling them out. We still on defense right now. But you know what? I'm gonna go to another attribute right now. Cutting the ring off. Look at him. Cutting the ring off. You can do all that running, but anyway, he gonna shut that down, man. Cutting the ring off. Back to the defense. Back to the defense. Cutting the ring off. He playing with him. He already figured him out. It's over with. It's over with. Fulton didn't even know. He didn't realize. Anyway, already figured him out. It's over with. Walking him down. Walking him down. Walking him down. Look at that defense. Did y'all see that? Let me rewind this shit, bro. Look how quick his reflexes are. Right here. Didn't even touch him, man. I'm talking, man. Okay. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Back to it. 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 Yes, sir. Another attribute for Inoue. Punch placement. Punch placement. Look at him. Look at him. Look at him. Just walking him down. 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 Defense on point. Defense on point still. Defense on point still. Defense on point still. I can't wait to get to my other attribute. I can't wait to get to my other attribute, but anyway. Yes, sir. Power. Power. You're going to feel all them hits that Inoue, look at him. Defense still. He's still keeping his defense on point. Even coming out the clinch. That was a good first round. Right back at it. Right back at it. Defense still on point. Defense still on point. He walking him down. Punch combinations. Another attribute. Punch combinations. There's nobody in the sport right now who I think is better than Inoue when it comes to punch combinations. There's nobody better right now in the game. Nobody. Walking him down. Punch combinations. Power. One thing about Inoue, he makes every shot he throws, every throw he throws count. You're gonna feel that. You're gonna feel that power every time. I think there's something in his brain when he doesn't land a shot. I think his brain. I think he gets mad when he throws a punch that doesn't land, that doesn't do anything. Every punch he throws is calculated to do damage. Look at him. Look at him. Nope, not doing shit. Another attribute. I'm glad he did that. I remember that. taunting, getting in your opponent's head, right here, right here. That's all you got? Let me pause this shit, bro. Hey, man. When you think of the greats in any sport, when you think about the greats, Michael Jordan, Kobe, Tom Brady, LeBron James, man, you know what? For this, I'll exclude LeBron James. I'll just keep it at Brady, Jordan, and Kobe. Y'all remember when Tom Brady in the Super Bowl with Tampa, when they was playing Kansas City, and he was talking that shit to the Honey Badger? And after he did all that talking, he went and backed it up and blew them boys out, and he just went after Honey Badger the rest of the game. And y'all probably asking, what is taunting, what does getting in the opponent's head have anything to do with boxing? You'll be a fool if you don't think it has anything, if it doesn't have any effect on an opponent. What we just saw Naoya do, exactly what I'm talking about when Brady went after the Honey Badger. When the Honey Badger seen Brady come after him like that, he overcompensated. He probably wasn't even focused on the game plan after that. He was focused on, I gotta prove something to Tom. Like, don't come after me. I'm really like that. Don't throw my way, none of that. But it didn't work. Fulton, after that moment right there, when Inoue shook his head after that jab that didn't do anything, or didn't even reach him at all, and when he told him to come on, that's all you got. That's all you got, really. It's not doing anything to me. When Inoue told Fulton that, and Fulton realized that, he's probably off his game plan. Like, damn, I got to prove to Naoya that he's not about to come in my division and take over and just taunt me like this. And now he's playing into Inoue's game. Inoue got him right where he wanted him, man. And just like Tom Brady did to the Chiefs defense in that Super Bowl, to the Honey Badger, just broke him down the rest of the football game, the Super Bowl, just break him down. Now Inoue, watch. Inoue, he about to break Fulton down. This is only the beginning. Look at that punch combinations, man. Punch combinations. Punch placement. Right back to it. Punch placement. The accuracy of Inoue. It's next level. Defense still on point. He has the distance on Fulton already. He's not even fazed by that right now. He's not even fazed. Watch them feet, man. Watch them feet. Hey, man. Another attribute, I don't know if I said it in this video already, but footwork. Elite. Probably the best in the sport. Walking them down, man. Look at them eyes. Here we go. Walking them down. Cutting that ring off. Where you going, Fulton? Cutting that ring off. Look at that footwork right there, man. Look at that. That's why, yeah, people might say Shakur has good footwork, Tank has good footwork, Canelo has good footwork, but they have good footwork. When it comes to footwork, man, I think Inoue has the best footwork in the sport. Look at that. Defense on point, man. Look at him. He's just playing with him at this point. It's round 2. He playing with this man. Came from 118 to 122 and did him like this. I guess Roach fans can say that's what they did to Tank, coming up from 130 to 135. But I think Roach won the fight, but that's neither here nor there. But good round. We are looking at the best boxer in the sport today. The same way, man. Like I said, y'all should be giving him his flowers, man. This is everything y'all want in a boxer today, right? Y'all want a boxer who doesn't come up with excuses when they get called out. Y'all want a boxer who just fights, whoever's the champ in the division, top 5, giving you fights that you want to see. Now, I will say this. When Inoue gets to all that shit that the hypocrites say about Inoue, that he doesn't fight nobody, I can't wait to see what y'all say at 126 when he watch that division out. Because y'all know the names. Who is this? He ain't fighting nobody. Y'all know who Shushu is. Y'all know who Nick Ball is. Y'all know who Espinoza is. Y'all know who Angelo Leo is. Y'all know who Cool Boy right here. Y'all know who he is if the rematch happens. So I don't want to hear none of that. All that hypocritical stuff will come to an end when he finally gets to 126. That's why I'm saying when he gets to 126, when he gets to featherweight, that's when the real fun starts. So yeah, back to the video, man. Look at that. Look at that. Defense on point still. Like I said, when Inoue's locked in, he's top 5 in the sport with D. Look at that! Oh my God, bro. Did y'all just see that? I remember he did that in the fight. Look at this, man. Right here, bro. Look at that slip, man. Bro. Power on display. Power on display. Shakur, you know, Tank. I'm just talking about fighters who people think should be in the pound for pound top 10 who try to compare them to the skill set of Inoue. Yeah, they're great fighters, but they don't have the whole package that Inoue does. Shakur, he has elite footwork. His punch combinations are good. I think Inoue outclasses him in those punch combinations. But Shakur doesn't have the power Inoue does. Tank, he has power. He has elite footwork. He has good punch placement, but he doesn't have the punch combinations that Inoue does. When you see Tank fight, most of the time he throws 1, maybe 2 shots, and then he's out of there. He's looking to throw that counter power shot, which is usually the left uppercut. But he doesn't have flurries where he's throwing 4 to 5, 6 punches in a fight at once. That's where Inoue comes in as being a complete fighter. So, and I think the only guy who's on that level with Inoue is Crawford in the game today. Usyk is elite, Canelo is elite, but I think right now the top 2 in the sport is Inoue and Bud. Look at that punch placement, man. Every shot Inoue. I can't wait till he wipes out 126 one day and those hypothetical fights with Shakur and Tank come along, or any big name from 130 to 135 start coming along, because I got some shit to say soon about that, man. About who I think will win that fight in those hypotheticals. But anyway. Now Fulton trying to walk Inoue down. Not gonna work. IQ. That's another attribute by Inoue. IQ. Elite.
Chest, feet, and even down there.
Damn, man. Bear with me, bro.
That's care everywhere.
Got that down. I need to get that YouTube premium. For sure. But yeah. Look at that. Punch placement, man. Nice 1-2. Ten seconds left. Footwork. Just look at the footwork, man. Look at that. Look at that. Another good round by the GOAT. What we got this round? What we got this round? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. Bob and weaving. Oh my God. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. The power, bruh. The power. See, one thing that American fighters, Fulton had to learn the hard way, but they did this to Manny Pacquiao too. One thing about American fighters, they think that overseas fighters don't have that dog in them, especially Asian fighters. Inoue has that dog in him. He's trying to knock that head off in the clinch too. Look at that defense, man. Look at that defense. 1-2. Inoue, another thing about Inoue, he can throw every punch possible in the boxing dictionary. He can throw a left hook. He can throw a power straight. He can throw a right. He can throw a right jab, a left uppercut, right uppercut, overhook. overhand. He can throw a haymaker. He can throw any punch that God created in the dictionary for boxing. Inoue can throw it. Not everybody can do it. And the thing with Inoue too, he's good with both hands. The same effect that that he throws, any kind of punch he throws with his right hand has the same effect as if he threw with his left hand. He's elite with both. He's elite in both arms, man, and in both hands. Look at that! 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 See, you gotta anticipate. You don't know if that left hand's coming or if that right hand's coming, man. And look at that. Another attribute, speed. Speed. He will overwhelm you with his speed. I'm telling you, man, y'all better wake up on this, man. Y'all better wake up, America. And I'm not talking about all American boxing fans. Some of y'all get it already, but the rest of y'all better wake up on the monster, man. This is the best boxer in the sport. And y'all will see soon. If not now, y'all see it later. And I ain't talking about the candy. Look at that. Look at that. You gonna feel every punch he throws. You gonna feel every punch he throws, man. Walking him down. Walking him down. Phone like, oh shit. Oh shit. Yeah. That nose bleeding, man. Right back in the fire, man. Anyway, ready before the bell even sound off. Look at Foden trying to be aggressive now. He know he's losing on the cards, but it's not. Sometimes you can't overcome greatness, man. I'd love to see this rematch at 126 though. Look at that. Look at that. Oh my. Let me rewind that. Look at the punch combinations and the punch placement, man. I'm getting hyped in this motherfucker right now. Look at this. Bing, bop, boom. Look at that, man. All three punches were present in the counter for it. Look at that. That's just nasty, man. That's just nasty. That uppercut with the follow. That's just nasty, man. Nick Ball. I can't wait to break down that Nick Ball Inoue fight. Y'all better be ready, Nick Ball. Look at that. Y'all better be ready, Ball fans. Because the Mafia for Naoya Inoue, we coming. Look at that. Man, Inoue just took that. He just took that. He trying to make Foden get some confidence. He trying to make him throw some punches. Remember Paul Butler versus Inoue when Paul wasn't throwing shit? Inoue just trying to force him to throw something by taunting him. Look at that. Look at that. That woke him up. That shot. See that shot? He waking him up now. That don't faze him. That don't faze him at all. Look at that. Like Foden on the back foot. I mean, not Foden, but Inoue on the back foot a little bit. He can fight on the front or on the back. It don't matter. Complete fighter. Back in the clinch. Still trying to land punishment. Look at that, man. What can if I just want to know what can Inoue not do? That's all I want to know. What can he not do? Elite power, elite footwork, elite power, punch combinations and punch placement, elite IQ. I didn't even mention the stamina yet. He can go a whole 12 if he had to. He can go a whole 12 if he had to. When he starts fighting elite fighters, you know, that's going to be a big factor. Because round 12, he's still going to be fighting like this right here. Cutting the ring off, another attribute. I just want to know, what can this man not do, man? And I just want to say too, every boxing video I post from now on YouTube will not just be strictly Inoue content. It's just, you know, why not give Inoue some promo before he fights in Vegas in a month or so? You know what I'm saying? But I'll be talking about other fighters and other boxing news. But right now, anyway, content. Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! Look at that! He can throw anything in the book, man. In the boxing dictionary, he can throw anything. He just threw 3 straight jabs coming forward, followed by an uppercut. That's why I think it'll be hard. Even if you take Inoue, if you survive like Roach did with Tank, if you survive a 12-round fight with Inoue, it's going to be hard to beat him on the scorecards because he's going to most likely throw more punches than you, and he's more likely going to not only throw more punches than you, but he's definitely more likely going to land more punches than you. So if you want to beat the monster, I'm giving out the blueprint to any boxer that wants to step in the ring with Inoue. If you want to beat the monster and you don't get the knockout and you avoid the knockout and it goes to decision, you better make sure you throwing them hands in that fight. You better do any convincing you can do to the judges that you won the fight, because Inoue's gonna do it. He's gonna throw 400, 500 punches in the 12-round fight and land maybe 375, maybe 350 of them. And I'm not joking. At worst, he's landing at least 300 out of 500 punches thrown. I'm not exaggerating. So ask yourself, the reason why people still think Tank might have won that fight is because it's 50-50. Because people say Roach threw all the punches compared to Tank, but he didn't land as many punches on Tank. That's why if you go to the 12-round decision with Inoue, you better make sure you land as much punches as possible to convince the boxing community, the boxing fans in the world that's watching the fight that you won the fight. Because Tank fans still think they won that fight because they didn't throw as much as Roach in that fight. Tank did, but he was more accurate than Roach. Look at that, bro. Did you just see that shit? Did you just see that shit? This man running down, throwing punches. I forgot he did that too. Left. I can throw the left. I can throw the right. Like I said, what can this man not do? Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. He's just as good with the right hand as the left hand, man. It's crazy. It's crazy. This is the best boxer I've seen since Floyd Mayweather. I'm not lying. That's my opinion. Y'all might think otherwise, some of y'all, but that's what I think. Best boxer since Floyd Mayweather, man. Look at that. Look at that. Look at that. I'm trying to give you your flowers anyway. You deserve it, bro. You deserve it, man. Some of these boxing fans got you messed up, for real. Like, you not him. You got the top of the pound for pound list for a reason. Like I said, Inoue hypocrites. When he gets to 126, all that he don't fight nobody, that's out the window. And y'all shouldn't be saying that right now, because he's fighting fighters in his top 5 in his weight class at 122, starting by dominating the big dog Fulton in the first fight of the division that he took. So like I said, y'all might not see it now Inoue haters, but y'all gonna see it soon. Because y'all recognize the names at 126. Look at that, man. Footwork is impeccable. he landed a left hook. Man. This fight is probably my favorite. That's what Inoue wants. As crazy as it is, and he wants you to turn like that, so he can turn up even more. He probably saying, "Damn, about time you threw something at me, Fulton." My 3 best boxers in the sport today, I'm gonna have to say Inoue, Crawford, and Usyk. That's what I'm going with right now. Inoue, Crawford, and Usyk. But I think Usyk has the better resume than Crawford, though. But skill set, I'm talking skill set. I think Crawford is 2 behind Inoue, and I think Usyk's 3. right now. Overhand right. Ooh. That boy out there looking like Tank, man, walking them down. Look at that. Man, I really hope Tank beats. Well, I don't really hope because I like Roach too, but look at that. Look at the punch combinations, the speed. But I really hope. Let me. Damn it. I hope Tank. I would like to see. Let's just say that I would like to see Tank win the rematch against Roach. Because for the longest, I was calling out for Inoue versus Tank in the future. You know, 3 to 4 years from now. I still hope we can see that fight one day because I think that's Tank's. I think that's Tank's true matchup right there is Inoue, man. They're low key the same kind of fighter, but I think Inoue definitely has the better package though, skill set wise. So now what y'all thought, huh? Y'all in there with the elite level talent. All that he illegal raps or he's on PDs or whatever they were saying, man, about Inoue before this fight, which is crazy, bro. Look at that, look at that, look at that, look at that. Look at that. I'm telling you, bro. This man is, if this man retires undefeated and puts a couple more elite names on his resume, I'm sorry, man. I used to be the biggest Floyd Mayweather advocate of him being the GOAT. And Floyd's still my top 3 all-time favorite fighters, man. But anyway, stacks up this resume and retires undefeated with a couple more elite names to go along with his skill set. He can do everything in the book of boxing. Oh shit, here we go, power. I'm telling you, man, the power is crazy, bro. This is where we see the punch combinations and the speed, right here in the power. This man's about to throw at least 30 to 40 punches, and he probably lands all of them. Look at this. Look at this, man. Look at this, man. It's crazy. All them punches landed, bro. The best boxer in the sport. I think I'm gonna end the video with that, bro.